Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, hope you all are fine and enjoying safe and good life. Today we are going to discuss lesson number 13 and 14. It is about technical communication. Technical and scientific communication is about science, technology, engineering, subjects related to science, technology, and engineering. Technical communication is imprecise, uh, specific communication, impartial, emotionless, to the point, containing a scientific point of view, and it also possesses a specific format and structure, a very decent, precise, smooth prose style, specific typography, and we have to learn these skills to become an accomplished writer. Fine. Technical communication is a wide area from a student studying in a lab doing a project to a scientist working for NASA and documenting the scientific and informational content about the space and other properties on the earth. Fine. This is all about technical communication. Let's read this definition. Clear? Look at technical communication is a means to document or convey scientific, engineering, or other technical information. Individuals in a variety of contexts and with varied professional credentials engage in technical communication. Fine. Other words are technical communication may put the information they capture into paper, web page, and digitally store text, audio, video, and other media. This words this shows that technical communication comprises in all professional ways, and the writer or the technical communicators have to communicate according to their need and desire, and they have to put all that information, investigation, and research in different documents. And generally, those documents uh, are technical and scientific reports, scientific web page, digitally stored text, audio means you have seen the, for example, the tutorials, guides, lectures, symposiums, and video tutorials, multimedia reports, and all others. So technical and communication is very much handy and important to survive in the working environment. And here another aspect of the technical communication. Let's read. Technical communication is a professional task performed by the specialized employees or consultants. Mean not all the people working in an environment are supposed to communicate technically. Rather, it is the task of the some specific employees, specialized person, or the persons who have been authorized to write technically. It includes the consultants. For example, you all the people are working on a project and there is a team lead, there is always a supervisor. Fine. The supervisor is responsible to design a report of the daily progress or the weekly progress or the monthly progress for the higher authorities. Fine. So this means that he is the specialized person, he is the authorized person, he has the guts and authority to compose it. Next, for example, a professional writer may work with the company to produce a user manual. Some companies give considerable technical communication responsibility to the other technical professionals, such as programmer, engineers, and scientists. So, same thing that I have repeated in earlier, that technical and business writing is always being authorized, and one have to be an expert. Often a professional technical writer edits such work to bring it up to the modern technical communication standards. This statement connotates that technical writers have always find new latest ways to communicate their scientific ideas more precisely and accurately in best communication standards to the audience, so that they may grab, or they may understand that concept properly. To begin the documentation process, technical communicators identify the audience and their information need. Is right? Means the technical and business writers do have a specific audience analysis, and this discussion has already been made in the previous lesson, that what the audience analysis is and what type of information normally we need. Well, in technical communication, technical process can be divided into 5 steps: determine purpose and audience. First, that the technical writer have to determine the purpose. For example, you are writing a report provided by asked by your university or your supervisor or a company about some specific software or some say uh, some application to safeguard the network. Clear? So being a technical communicator, you must have exact purpose, that why this, what is this report and why it is being written, and who is the audience, and who will read it, who will react it, what kind of steps will be based upon this report. This is very important to know about before you initiate any technical communication. Number 2, no technical communication is based on hearsay, subjective approach, our own fictitious ideas. We have to collect information. Without information, no person is uh, able to communicate, and whatsoever he communicates is baseless. Thereby, research is the option. Research is the way to collect information, and the information have to be very much latest. Thereby, for example, in your final documentation, you have to write a final project report, and there is a technology review. There is the background of this whole project, and you analyze that how many people have already worked about it. Thereby, you have to collect the latest information, organize and outline information. Second thing is that whatever the data you collect from internet, from your live resources, from your subject and software analysis, all that information have to be organized, outlined, so that because you have to put it into the report form, so we have to outline all this information. And outline, is a process of chopping, the process of chiseling, or breaking down your content into logical sections and formations, so that it may be easier to write upon, and it may be easier as well for the user to understand it. And then write the first draft. First draft mean it is called the rough draft, that whatever you have got the content, you made the outline, now you write in uh, form of form of paragraphs, in form of paragraphs. And in the continuous paragraphs, for example, you write the to make the outline, you write the abstract, you write the right introduction, problem statement, scope, next chapter, until you make a prototype of the entire. It is called first draft. Revise and edit, determining purpose and audience. Last thing that we have to do is revision. Revision is a process of chiseling, is a process of uh, distilling your information. If there is something undesired, written, printed, included, we can change it. We can revise the sentences. We can put more information. We have where we feel that here we should have uh, fixed some kind of diagram or a graph or a chart. Fine, we have to. We can this process is called revising, and plus the revising is editing. Editing is most based on the format and the linguistic properties. Fine, in which we language, we say the font size, topography, and likewise in revising we have to exactly reassess the purpose, whether this document being composed and have been composed qualifies the purpose, and does it uh, meet the standard interest need of the audience or not. Fine. So these five steps are very important for all the people who are involved in technical communication. Fine. Well, uh, thank you very much.